in engineering and renewable energy, Salem's economy is vibrant and poised for continued growth. Municipal Performance Index. In 2021, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs unveiled the Ease of Living Index and Municipal Performance Index rankings. Among 111 Indian cities surveyed, Salem proudly secured a prestigious 5th position in the Ease of Living Index, highlighting its exceptional amenities for public. Ease of Living Index rankings. According to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs Ease of Living Index 2020, 111 Indian cities were assessed based on key factors such as quality of life, economic ability, sustainability, and citizen perception. These factors include affordable housing, quality healthcare, cleanliness, access to quality drinking water, livelihood opportunities, and adequate recreational facilities, providing a holistic measure of urban living standards. Amidst the competition, Salem emerged as a leader, securing the 5th position in the Ease of Living Index, a strong demonstration of infrastructure, sustainable initiatives, and commitment to quality of life. Connectivity. Salem is one of the most well-connected regions in Tamil Nadu, serving as a major junction that offers unmatched opportunities for growth and mobility. With National Highway 544 and 44 ensuring seamless road travel, Salem is strategically linked to major cities, namely Bengaluru, Chennai, and Kochi. Its railway network connects 190 destinations, handling 68 plus trains every day and serving over 26,000 commuters. Salem Airport, reopened in 2023, has seen an 80% occupancy rate connecting to key destinations like Chennai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad, and Kochi. Salem, with its IT parks, affordable infrastructure, and innovation-driven business ecosystem, is strategically positioned to attract investments and drive economic growth. The city has become a thriving hub for prominent companies like V Technologies, Capgemini, and First American, alongside numerous other enterprises and startups, all of which have significantly contributed to its development over the past decade. Yerkad, just 30 minutes from Salem, is a picturesque hill station that attracts over 25 lakh visitors each year. Known as a rejuvenating getaway, Yerkad offers lush landscapes, serene waterfalls, and breathtaking viewpoints. With over 400 hotels and cottages, it provides exceptional accommodation options, making it an ideal weekend destination for young professionals. Come and invest. CII Salem Zone is delighted in inviting you to invest in Salem's ITES and tech spaces, where incredible opportunities await. With its world-class infrastructure, skilled workforce, and business-friendly ecosystem, Salem is the perfect destination to expand and thrive in today's competitive market. Alongside, to support your investment journey, we have established a high-level panel dedicated to guiding and hand-holding upcoming investments into the region, ensuring a seamless experience for businesses. For more information, reach out to us at cii.salem@cii.in or call us at 0427-351-1000. Come, be a part of Salem's remarkable growth story.
So, making our presence here to join the Connect 2025 itself, we have all started our journey to make a remarkable change at Salem. So, hats off to all of us for that. And so, we've been waiting to hear what special things our Minister, IT Minister, Mr. PTR, has brought for us. A very inspiring leader with intellectual knowledge, and his statistics and analytics gives us a more prominent decision-making skills for us to think about anything. Sir, your commitment and your kind of support to Salem should help us grow, and for all that we have put together, I'm sure that you would have brought us some special news which you're waiting to deliver here, and that's the good news we can all hear. Please, sir, kindly address us.
My good friend, Srivatsram, the chairman of CIA Tamil Nadu, Mr. Ashok Kumar, the chairman of the Salem Zonal Council, Mr. Senthil Kumar, the vice chairman, Mr. Chokku Valliyappa, the chairman of the Connect Conference, the respected collector who had to leave after inaugurating the exhibition today, my very good friend, His Excellency, the Consul General of France in Pondicherry and Tamil Nadu, the many distinguished guests, government officers, industry leaders, and all of you gathered here today, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you for being here, and I'm sure that you are all as impressed with all the statistics and the AV about Salem. I must start by saying that I've now hit every place that CIA runs Connect, because I've now appeared in Coimbatore and Chennai and Madurai and Salem. And I'm always happy to be part of this initiative by CIA. In fact, a recent one, we had the original promoter of the idea from CIA from many years ago, and he explained how it came to be. I know the government of Tamil Nadu in some form or the other is always a sponsor, either in donations or in combined activities like the ICT Academy, which is part of our IT department of the government of Tamil Nadu. I also appreciate the partnership with CIA in other ways. When we run our annual Imagine Tech Conference, CIA is a vital partner. And my association with CII and particularly Connect actually dates back to my time in the Finance Ministry when I attended as a chief guest, I think in November of 2021. And out of that experience and seeing all the startups, because people like me, an individual like me, I have some advantages from having had a global career and exposure to a lot of professions and locations. But I was away for a long time, so I had not quite kept up with the pace of development here. So CII Connect Chennai, November 2021, opened my eyes. And one of the things we did immediately, we went back and we changed the Tender Transparency Act, because it occurred to me that a lot of these startups were actually building things that the government of Tamil Nadu could use. They were innovating in ways that the public could benefit immediately. And so we went to change the Tender Transparency Act, and we said if a startup is selling something to the government, you don't have to go through a tender process. You can basically go as a single supplier up to 50 lakhs in the first contract. And we set up what we call Sell to Government Days, where we had every department put out a list of things they wanted some solutions for, or the areas they covered, and then startups could pitch and say that we want to show you this technology or this product. And at least as long as I was still in the old portfolio, I think it was running quite effectively. And a few startups, I think, particularly in the drone space for the municipal administration department to do property tax validations, and some other cloud kitchen stuff, I think, for the breakfast scheme. We saw some actual outcomes that worked through that. So these are things that we want to encourage, and I think we'll continue to do so. And certainly the exhibition I saw here is also indicative, just as I was impressed in Madurai or Coimbatore. I'm also impressed at the level of engineering sophistication, the level of software development, the level of global reach from all over Tamil Nadu because of our talent. But I must mention that one of the things I really appreciated about CII was that it made me feel less bad about the bureaucracy of the government of Tamil Nadu. The CII's bureaucracy is so much worse. All of you office bearers come and go, but your bureaucracy is horrendously bad. Then I don't feel bad about Tamil Nadu's bureaucracy. I must also say that I'm very happy to come to Salem for multiple reasons. As someone pointed out, my mother's from here. I spent summers here as a child in Suramangalam. My grandfather used to be a landowner and a theatre owner, so I remember going to the theatre. And then recently I was reminded by a very elderly priest from the Montfort system that my father actually studied for a bit in Montfort, and because he was relatively young and relatively homesick and stuff, my grandfather's friend, Mr. Sundaram of Modern Theatres, whose wife was actually British, I think she was a foreigner, she was not Indian, took a house in Yerkod and kept my father as a day student and sent him to school till he got accustomed to being a boarding student. So, you know, I'm learning more and more connections to Salem every day. I also want to say how happy I am that my good friend Etienne is here. France is a leading nation in technology. Many wonderful innovations. We have, through the years, been invited multiple times to various events there. Their flagship tech conference happens in Paris every year called Viva Tech. 2 years ago, India was the country, I don't know, chief guest country, whatever they call it, country in focus. I couldn't go. Last year I made it. The president of Ile-de-France, the local body there, Valérie Pécresse, has now promised that she's going to come and visit us this year. So hopefully Etienne will deliver on that. But what I like about France also is that this notion about second tier, third tier and all that is subsumed into the concept that devolution of power should happen as close to the people as possible. And even whether it's the Ile-de-Paris, sorry, not France, or the Loire Valley where we went, we find the local bodies so engaged with the entrepreneurial aspects of the economy, particularly on the tech side. In fact, one of the best examples I saw was a collective which they call like government-sponsored or supported clusters in the AVGC space in the Loire Valley, where companies with relatively few people were able to come together and live where they wanted to live, you know, not in the most crowded, in the highest density, highest pollution cities, and yet get the benefits of having an ecosystem of excellence, of professionalism around them. And I think that's something we want to emulate across Tamil Nadu, and we're doing some things about it in our department. But it is the way forward for everybody. Right? The great advantage of technology, in some sense, it's a leveler. Anybody who has access to, you know, some computing power these days, the average cell phone is probably 1,000 times more powerful than the first personal computers that were sold widely by IBM in the 1990 time frame. So if you have access to some machine that can help you create or write or learn, and high-speed connectivity to this wealth of information, deluge of information that's on the internet, then basically anybody can dream, anybody can do. anybody can realize their potential. So I think in this context, though we keep talking about second tier, third tier city and all that, really we need to think about it as universal access and creating ecosystems or clusters of excellence that can foster innovation and specialization. And I think my additional chief secretary, we were at Coimbatore for some other function yesterday, and he mentioned that we did one shortfall when we amended the Tender Transparency Act. We only gave exemptions for products and we didn't give exemptions for services. So we will request the finance department this year to make that, what can I say, amendment and bring a new bill, amended bill, so that we can even buy, for example, some of the services we saw here like cybersecurity services, which we have already offered, that the state through LCOT will set up cybersecurity support desks for the MSMEs who can't afford probably their own very high-end cybersecurity systems. And this is again something we learned when we were in France. Different regions do this for their MSMEs. Now, about Tamil Nadu, I would say that at least in the late 90s, early 2000s, we were the pioneer in tech. Many people talk about the opening of Tidal Park, Chennai, as kind of a seminal or inflection point in our growth. It is also worth saying that over the years, because our economy is quite diversified and because maybe we felt a bit complacent, we've certainly not grown at the rate that a Bangalore or a Hyderabad, or in some sense maybe even a Pune or a Gurgaon has grown. But ever since our government came to power, we have focused a lot on this sector. And in every aspect, of course, starting with our greatest strength, which is our talent, which is our human capital, in terms of better training, better skill gap analysis, and closing that through things like Nan Mudalvan or our own ICT Academy, which is by far the best tech training academy, government-run tech training academy in the country, with offices in 9 or 10 states, though it's a Tamil Nadu company. And we run conferences in 10, 12 locations, the northeast, the west, the north, as far high as Jammu Kashmir, far east as Assam, and in places like Bangalore, Hyderabad. So our training academy is successfully changing things all over the country. But in addition to talent development and skilling and bridging the gap, we're also improving the connectivity a lot. Though it's already much delayed, we hope this year we will roll out the Tamil Nadu Fiber Net, which will collect all 12,600 odd villages of Tamil Nadu into the backbone internet run by the state. And we'll offer internet connectivity, 100 Mbps over fiber at something like 200 rupees a month, and bundle a bunch of other services with it. So that will further democratize both access to learning, because video content can now be accessed everywhere, as well as work from home from any village, anywhere in Tamil Nadu. We have either issued or updated policies around things like AI, GCCs, R&D. Now we're in the middle of, or in the end of the process for getting an AVGC incentive policy. So we want to get the government to provide more support to help people realize their potential or their vision. We have also focused a lot on startups through Startup TN, through our own IT&T hub in deep tech. Funding, when I was in finance, we started an emerging sector seed fund in the Tamil Nadu Infrastructure Fund Management Corp, 500 crores of capital. We also announced special venture capital funds for historically oppressed communities like SC/ST, and through TANI in the Planning and Development Department, which I also used to be the minister for. We have seed funding there, and we have project funding there as well. So from funding to skilling to support for startup to mentoring to connectivity, we are trying to do as much as possible to get our young people to be the drivers of change in this system. I'm very happy also that such initiatives in Salem are done with such pride and examples of many of the things that I've seen here and we've seen in the video, because I think this is actually quite common in Tamil Nadu. I don't want to, say negatively. I say I'm very happy that in Coimbatore they do brilliant things, in Madurai they do brilliant things, in Salem we do brilliant things. So our strength is not just that our talent has been for a century provided the right access and our relatively equitable society is inclusive, but that we have such good infrastructure and so many great educational institutions and so many natural clusters in urban areas of, few lakh people to many lakh people like Chennai. So we are in a good place, I think, to seize back the initiative and go forward to reclaim what I think is our rightful place, really, as #1 state in technology in the country. A few of the points that were raised here on Tamil computing, we already ran in February of last year the second edition of the Kani Tamil Manadu after 25 years, first one run by our former Chief Minister Thalaimurai. We got a lot of good ideas and good papers that came out of it. We are partnering with Bhashini to be between IIT and Anna University to be working with the language models in AI and the conversion and voice-based AI in Tamil. And I think there's a lot of scope there. There's a lot of relatively successful companies like Unifor that were incubated out of IIT Madras that are now worth 4 or 5 billion in valuation that are doing voice-based AI in languages including Tamil. And there is the potential that if we are really thoughtful about this and we have the luxury of some money, that we can actually use the government's data with reasonable access to some computing power and really find a transformative leap. Because the one thing that occurs to me whenever I hear about trillion and IT together, as some of you may know, I used to be a banker. And, in the largest banks of the world, including the ones I worked at, we deal in billions and billions of dollars now, because of the foreign exchange ratio of dollars to rupees. Billions and billions of dollars seems like a lot of money. But let's say I used to be a commercial paper trader back in the year 2002 in New York. On an average day, at my desk, at the Lehman Brothers commercial paper desk, we probably bought and sold, I don't know, $500 billion worth in a market that was like 1.6 trillion. So we used to think billions were big amounts of money. Now you think about technology, and this is the only industry where you talk in trillions. There are companies whose market capitalization runs into multiple trillions of dollars. I think the market capitalization of Microsoft is something like $3.5 trillion or $4 trillion. There are companies that at one point had $1 trillion of cash on the balance sheet, like Apple. And it is the only field where a company, I don't think 6 million is the right number for the Chinese AI company, DeepSeek, but let's assume the number is 20 million, 50 million. How can a company on 50 million and in 1 week of releasing their product, in what other field can they have an impact where they erase $1 trillion of market value from all the top American tech companies just one day in the market? So this is a field with that kind of potential. This is, when we talk about $1 trillion economy, it is very, very clear that this industry, this sector, through innovation, through great acceleration of value creation, is going to have to be an integral component of that. And so I think it's only apt that technology be the core focus of all $1 trillion discussions. I know there were some other wish lists and some other issues raised. You're very fortunate. You have a local minister, particularly around tourism. He's the tourism minister. The CM has been very clear that we need to develop equitably and all parts of the state should develop. So with your local minister, I'm sure that there will be significant progress, and many of the requests that were made will get answered by his efforts. Let me just conclude by saying that this agenda, which I looked through, is very impressive. I'm sure that all of you here today will learn a lot, will go away with some new ideas and with some things to contemplate. I'm very happy to see the range and breadth and depth of the speakers and the panels. I'm, as I say in the beginning, very happy to see that the Connect conference has now expanded to Salem and is an annual event here. I congratulate all the organizers for having achieved such a remarkable event. I thank all of you for coming and for your patience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for being so insightful with all the statistics and data you shared with us. And we also appreciate your time being with us here and giving us that support we all need to take it to the next level. So it is time to share some pleasantries. May I invite the state chairman of CII, Srivats Ram. We request the gathering to set.
For being here. Thank you, sir. The collector was here last evening and also was here for what next can be done from an association like CAI. How can you help us? So, coming to Connect, every time Connect, the entire theme of Connect Chennai at 2001 was to develop entire OMR as an IT corridor. After Tidal Park came in, the entire stretch of OMR is because of CAA Connect, and CAA Connect helped work with the state government to build this IT corridor. So that's the way Connect is always for me. And from there, today it's the second event. There are various other associations. We all could work together and let's make sure we take Salem to the next level. With everyone talking about $1 trillion, we also can take a goal and work towards 100 million, 200 million. So that way, let's all work together and make Salem prouder and better. Thank you all, and thanks for the opportunity.
Request him to be here, and he's come here to help us today. His leadership, dedication, and expertise continue to inspire.
In Digital Services, Govt of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Palanivel.
We request the gathering to set.
For being here. Thank you, sir. The collector was here last evening and also was here for what next can be done from an association like CAI. How can you help us? So, coming to Connect, every time Connect, the entire theme of Connect Chennai at 2001 was to develop entire OMR as an IT corridor. After Tidal Park came in, the entire stretch of OMR is because of CAA Connect, and CAA Connect helped work with the state government to build this IT corridor. So that's the way Connect is always for me. And from there, today it's the second event. There are various other associations. We all could work together and let's make sure we take Salem to the next level. With everyone talking about $1 trillion, we also can take a goal and work towards 100 million, 200 million. So that way, let's all work together and make Salem prouder and better. Thank you all, and thanks for the opportunity.
Request him to be here, and he's come here to help us today. His leadership, dedication, and expertise continue to inspire.
In Digital Services, Govt of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Palanivel. Etienne, the CG from France. Choco Valiappa, the chairman of CI Salem Connect 2025. My good friend Ashok Mans. I have some affinity for Salem because when I started working, the first place outside of
message when I talk to French companies is that when they think India, they should think Tamil Nadu. For Vietnam, they don't have a strategy for Tamil Nadu, although Tamil Nadu has an economy almost on par with Vietnam's GDP. When French companies in the IT sector think about India, Bangalore. They think about Hyderabad. Some of them think about Chennai. We have 150 French companies present in the Chennai area, employing more than 63,000 people. But I would like to have them consider other cities, what you in India call Tier 2 cities. And I understand that Salem is a Tier 2 city.